Imagine this. Right now, you're sitting inside a prison. Not a prison made of steel. Not one surrounded by guards. And not one you can escape by simply walking away. This prison has no walls, no bars, no chains. Yet millions of people spend their entire lives trapped inside it, without ever realizing it exists. Sounds impossible? Let me tell you a story. A young boy is born into the world. He laughs without fear. He asks impossible questions. He dreams of becoming an astronaut, a billionaire, an inventor, maybe even someone who changes the world. To him, nothing seems impossible, because no one has told him what he can't do. But then, school begins. People start comparing him with others. Look at Sharmaji's son. You'll never be good enough. Stop dreaming. Be realistic. Every sentence seems harmless. But the human brain is different. It doesn't just hear words. It stores them. Every criticism, every rejection, every failure becomes another brick. Slowly, a wall starts forming. Then another. And another. Years pass. The boy grows into an adult. But something strange has happened. The dreams are gone. The curiosity is gone. The confidence is gone. Now, before trying anything new, he already believes he'll fail. Before speaking, he fears being judged. Before chasing success, he convinces himself, it's probably not for someone like me. But here's the terrifying part. Nothing outside is stopping him. The prison exists only inside his mind, and because he can't see it, he never questions it. Psychologists have spent decades studying why this happens. Why two people with almost the same intelligence, the same opportunities, even the same education, can end up living completely different lives. The answer isn't luck. It isn't talent. And it definitely isn't fate. The answer is something far more dangerous. A prison built from beliefs. Beliefs we never chose. Beliefs we simply inherited. And once those beliefs become part of your identity, your brain begins protecting them, even when they're destroying your life. So the real question isn't, can you escape? The real question is, who built the prison in the first place? Have you ever wondered, why do some people see opportunities everywhere, while others only see obstacles? Why does one person look at failure and think, I'll try again, while another quietly says, I knew I wasn't good enough? The event is exactly the same. The only difference is the story they're telling themselves. Psychologists call this conditioning. Your brain is built to recognize patterns. That's how it keeps you alive. But here's the catch. The same brain that learns confidence can just as easily learn fear. Imagine a baby learning to walk. It falls once, twice, 10 times, 100 times. Yet it never thinks, maybe walking just isn't for me. It simply gets back up and tries again. Now imagine something different. Every single time that baby falls, the people around it say, see, you're terrible at this. You'll never figure it out. Just stop trying. Eventually, the baby wouldn't quit because it couldn't walk. It would quit because it believed it couldn't. And that's exactly what happens to millions of adults. Not because they lack talent, not because they're weak, but because their beliefs became stronger than their potential. There's a well-known psychological concept called learned helplessness. Researchers discovered that when people repeatedly experience situations where they believe they have no control, they eventually stop trying, even when they finally have the power to change. Think about that. The door is wide open, but the mind still believes it's locked. Now ask yourself, how many doors in your own life have been open while you stood still, convinced they were closed? Maybe you wanted to start a business, but a voice inside your head said, what if I fail? Maybe you wanted to speak up, but another voice whispered, everyone will laugh at you. Maybe you wanted to change your life, but your past kept reminding you, this is just who you are. Here's the truth. Those voices aren't always yours. Many of them were borrowed from your parents, your teachers, your friends, your environment. People who were trapped inside their own invisible prisons and unknowingly handed you the keys to yours. The most dangerous prison isn't built from steel. It's built from repeated thoughts. Because the more often you repeat a belief, the more your brain accepts it as reality. And once your mind mistakes a lie for the truth, you'll begin making decisions that make the lie feel real. That's how invisible prisons survive. Not through force, not through chains, but through belief.